Good Friday morning, Ron Moore here. Boy, is this not all American or what? My blue shirt, the red, white, and blue. Salute, yes. Okay, hey, I want to tell you about a story that happened a number of years ago with John Lineweber and myself. We're living in Denver, Colorado, and the kids were small, and so out behind our house there was this little concrete or I guess blacktop trail. And I think it was a Saturday afternoon, I saw this kid out there popping bottles. He was breaking bottles out there on that little trail, on that little path. Man, I'm telling you, I got hot. I said, how dare he do that? My children play out there, and all that broken glass. And so I said, come on, John. And I said, we're gonna go roll some head here. And so I yelled at the kid from the back porch there and said, hey, what are you doing? And so he jumps on his bicycle. John and I go get in the car. Somehow we were able to drive around there, and he was just, man, I mean, he was pedaling for his life. He just knew that, man, we were gonna clobber him. At the very least, we were gonna curse him out. And so we got caught up with him to where, I don't know, he had to stop for some reason. John, maybe you can enlighten me on this, why he had to stop. But he stopped, we hopped out of the car, ran over to him. He just knew that we were gonna beat the fool out of him or something. And like I said, at least we were gonna swear at him. I got out and said, hey, what do you think you're doing? I've got children there. Man, they don't need to play on that glass, broken glass. They could cut themselves. And you know, I had an infant. And I said, what if he's out there, you know, starts picking up the glass and biting on it? And so anyway, the kid just, okay, I'm sorry, yes, sir. And so we calmed down, we talked to him a little bit further, ended up getting to share the gospel with him. And he said, I bet you scared the hell out of me. Well, no, as a matter of fact, well, we probably did that too. But as a matter of fact, he allowed Jesus to come into his life. You said, oh, I bet he was doing that just to get you off his back. No, because, you know, it was a number of years later. The kid probably was like 10 years old. Somehow he'd got in contact with me about 8 years after that, wrote me the sweetest letter and said, thank you so much. He said, I gave my life to Jesus that day. I've been involved in a church, blah, 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 blah. And so, you see, that was love. That was God's love. And as I just mentioned there on Wednesday about how Jesus was just as full of love when he rolled some heads that day in the temple and went in and started turning tables and said, get out of my daddy's house. This is my Father's house, and I'm telling you, it's to be a house of prayer, not this. And folks, I'm telling you what, when we see what's going on in our country, it's time that we get out and roll some heads in Christian love. Now, that's excuse me, that's not a contradictory term. See, if Jesus could be just as full of love then so can we. We can absolutely move in love, and whether it's getting out to vote, whether it's, and I'm telling you, I'm not afraid to say, there are some righteous principles that we can vote for, you know, and there's some unrighteous ones that represent all the unrighteousness, all the degradation. I'm telling you, all the drug pushers, all the pornographers, all the child perverts, they all want to be lumped together in one. They all want you to vote for the party that's going to support them, that's going to coddle them, and along with just wanting to bring this country down. And I'm telling you, it's time that we got out in the name of Jesus and rolled some heads and said enough's enough. Because listen, this thing that it's Christian for us just to go along with everything. Oh, if they tell us to put a mask on again, we'll have to put on. No. See, you give to Caesar what's Caesar's, to God's what's God's, all right? And listen, what happened to my body, my choice? Oh, that's right, that's just what comes to unborn babies, yeah. But folks, it's time we stand up, that we say no, whatever kind of table we can overturn, we get out and overturn some tables in the name of Jesus and make a difference in our country. Yes, I'm fired up because, folks, we got to see something happen in this country. We're either going to have a spiritual revolution or we're going to have a revolution of another kind. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you again on Monday. Bye-bye now.